How you doing, YouTube? Matt, some beer reviews. Back with a little bit of Crowler hopeful goodness. The form of Southern Swells Brewing. It is their, I believe that's the dark side of the swell. That's what it looks like to me. This is a 10.7% alcohol by volume stout. This comes courtesy of my boy Carson. He sent this off with three other 32-ounce Crowlers of this beer, but variants of that. First things first, I really wanted to do a side-by-side, because there's 4 total of that, but I didn't want to die, and I just, I'm just not doing it. So they're going to have to come individual. Like, I apologize that you guys don't get to see me die on camera, at least drinking these beers. Who knows what happens? That's what life is. So we're just going to crack into this sucker, see what you got. So we have this and 3 other beers that are variants on this base. So we're going to start with the base and see where we get from there. Poured way too much in that glass. It's a Crowler. I'm not really going to go over the design of the Crowler and stuff like that and just jump into the beer. So I'm not really going to be able to get a nose on that because I pour like a douchebag. But what do we have? I mean, that looks like delicious, rich, milk chocolatey mocha awesomeness. I mean, that pillowy, creamy head. Just huge, gigantic richness. It almost looks like kind of like a cold pressed coffee sitting on top of a nice, delicious black coffee. Motor oil, if you will. So let's see if we can get a nose on it. Let's do it like just kind of hover. Milk chocolate is what I'm getting, actually. Milk chocolate, sweet milk chocolate. But it's like it's like dark chocolate syrup that you put in some milk chocolate. I know that's kind of like, okay, asshole, you're just kind of diluting some milk chocolate, but there's almost a 2 distinct thing when I kind of dive into it, at least from a distance. Yeah, a little bit of maybe soft, kind of chocolatey nuttiness. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm getting. I mean, can't get a nose on that because I pour like a douche. Let's just dive in. Cheers. One more sippy poo. It tastes like a nice stout. Honestly, like a high ABV Imperial stout that's like subtly Russian Imperial stout leaning. Because you do get a nice bitterness off of it. Nice bittering component both from the hops and roasted malt. Chocolate abounds on multiple levels. Not just that baker's chocolate and milk chocolate. There's semi-sweet chocolate. There's all kinds of different bits and pieces of chocolate kind of floating around in there. So it's not one distinct thing. So chocolate is the name of the game here. Which kind of makes sense because a lot of the variants of this are very pastry leaning. And this is a very pastry leaning kind of base. Really nice mouthfeel. It's not like 5C thick, it's like 2C thick, so it's not going to be confused with thin, but it's not the thickest beer in history of mankind. I really appreciate the amount of bitterness I'm getting off of this, that it's just not all cloying one-sided, just sweet on sweet on sweet. You're getting it nice. Roasted malt, a nice hot bitterness on there that, like I said, kind of leads me in that kind of Russian Imperial Stout kind of realm, which I really kind of dig. That's pretty much it. Sticky. Like, my lips are sticking together. It's that sticky, that thick. I like it. It's a really nice base Imperial Stout. One of the better, if this is Core 4, I think it's a milk stout. There's got to be lactose in here. I'm assuming. Ooh, burps. There's got to be lactose in here. I'm assuming there's lactose in here. So it's one of the better milk stouts. If I'm wrong, then kudos to you guys for actually not giving me all those lactose vibes on top of this beer. But as far as a Core 4 plus lactose kind of beer, that's called a milk stout, by the way. I dig it. I think it's nice. It's well made. It's tasty. It's a really delicious base. And honestly, kind of looking forward to the other ones. Carson gave me a little bit of insight. He usually doesn't do that, but he's like, hey man, I want to give you a little heads up here and there. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys as he did for me, you son of a bitch. But we'll see what's what going forward. But from this, I can say I'm kind of excited to see what the other ones taste like. So there you go. Nice, well done, rich, based, lactose-based kind of stout. Done and done. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better Core 4 plus lactose stouts that I've had as of late. Sure, absolutely. Not Mount Rushmore status, but still pretty damn tasty stuff. Value and availability. Crowlers, no idea. Southern Swells, brewery only, and leave you with, if you like what you like this, if you like milk stouts. There you go. Quick and concise. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to see me doing podcasting things. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little crowler right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.